Hi, come on in. All right, so have y'all ever done Pilates? I've never done Pilates. So there is this place in Harlem that I wanna go check out. So we are gonna go there. Oh my gosh, I feel like Mr. Rogers. Yeah, so we're gonna go and do some Pilates today. We're gonna be meeting up with a friend, per usual. I'm excited. I like working out. I normally do a lot of like weightlifting though. So this is gonna be very interesting because my core strength is like, not so amazing. I mean, it's okay. It's okay. It's okay. It's not bad. It's not bad. I just laced these today, so that's why they look like this. I didn't even get this even. Check these out. All right, let's go. Okay, the sun is out. I'm excited. A little nervous though. I hope that I have enough core strength for Pilates. So, wish me luck. Oh, hey, girl.
I'm so excited
What's up?
today.
Me too.
Wait, is this your first Pilates class?
It is.
Oh my God.
Have you done it before?
I've done it, but not on the reformer.
Oh, okay.
I know it's gonna burn, that's all I know.
Yeah, I haven't done I know. I don't know if my core strength is set up for this.
You know what?
But
We're gonna get some core strength today.
We're gonna work it out. Okay, I'm gonna grab some lotion. Do you love this lotion?
I do.
I'm actually obsessed with
Yeah,
it.
my uncle always has like all that kind of stuff too. Love them.
A little goes a long way.
I was gonna ask for more, but you're right. I love that this place is here in Harlem. You don't really see a lot of studios.
Totally. I feel like the closest Pilates studio that I knew before this was in like the Upper West Side.
That makes sense.
Yeah,
I was
exactly.
definitely doing that commute too.
Yeah, that was the vibe. So, but you know, when you want to work out, I mean, I think you're like this too. When you want to work out, it's like you want to go to places that are close. Like I need walking distance.
Yeah, because then I'll be able to do it more often.
Exactly, and it's like you know, we're busy.
Exactly.
We got stuff going on.
It's like,
you know,
the commute cancel this
yeah.
class.
I wish I was a professional. Like sometimes I wish I like was like a fitness influencer, so I could just
part of your job.
So I would be like, if I was though,
Like I have to do this.
exactly. I'd be like, oh, so now I'm going to Equinox. Like I'd be like, Ellie, you trying to be Equinox? What's up?
Just do a tour of all the locations in the city.
Exactly. Then I'd actually travel.
Hi.
Hello.
Welcome to Harlem Pilates.
Thank you so much for having us.
Yeah.
to
First
be
time
here.
doing Pilates?
Yes, I am so excited. I actually didn't even know there was a Pilates studio in Harlem.
Oh, wow. Yeah, we're the only studio in Harlem, so we're really excited about that. Yeah, we're excited to welcome you in and share this experience with you. So come right over.
Yes, thank you.
I want to explain first what the machine is, how it works, the different moving parts, and then the best thing to do is just to get you on the equipment and to get you moving.
Okay.
Okay.
I'm excited.
So this is your foot strap. Your feet typically goes under here. And then this is your foot bar. The beauty about it is that it moves, so it can go down, it can go up, and then it can move entirely out of the way. Then as you move upward, we have springs. So the beauty about this is you'll always know what springs to put, because I'll tell you, I'm like 2 reds and a blue. Just so you know, there are 3 reds, but a red is a red. So doesn't matter if you have this red on or this red on, that's still 2 reds and a blue. The resistance does not change. So the carriage connects to the springs, which is like the purpose of the apparatus. So with the 2 reds and a blue, and actually make it a little lighter just so you can see. So when you're lying like that whole mechanism, the carriage is what connects you to the spring. So, and vice versa, the spring connects to the carriage. The springs really make a difference with that resistance, and you'll feel that a little bit later as we do lighter springs and heavier springs and how that challenges your core. And not only that, sometimes when it's lighter, the spring can either be assistance or resistance. So it's not always just resistance. Sometimes it's helping you in the movement, and then sometimes it's challenging you in the movement. Moving upward, we have our shoulder blocks. The beauty, again, that I really like to emphasize is that a lot of this stuff can move, so you can take them off entirely. just depending on the work that we might have sequenced for you. Not only that, like just depending on the width of your shoulders, you can turn them out, you can turn them in for broader or narrow shoulders. The headrest is also here. It goes up and then it goes down. You have your straps back here. And just so you know, like they're on these little pegs. And when you're lying on your back, it's just something you can't really see. So I like to point it out early. That said, the straps go on the pegs when you're not using them. But because we are using them, I just want to explain that you have your short strap, you have your long strap, and generally speaking, your hands will go in the short strap, your feet will go in the long strap.
So the feet straps, do they go all the way down here? Or is it like,
I'm imagining that position too.
You know what? I'm gonna leave that as an element of surprise because when your feet goes in the straps, like it's just such a moment where you're like taken aback.
Yeah.
So bookmark that.
okay.
We're gonna keep it really simple today. As you deepen your work and as you continue to come to the studio, you'll play around with some of the props that we have back here. Go ahead and choose the reformer that makes you happy. Yeah, looks like you already made that choice. And then you're just gonna lie down on your back. So as you lie down on your back, you will have your shoulders up against the shoulder blocks, and then your feet will go up on your foot bar. So before we do anything, I like to just welcome everyone into the space, into the room, and just to like forget all that's happening out there. So that said, I also want to talk about breath. Breath is so important. And like we mentioned the core earlier, but to understand that a little deeper, we start with breath. So that said, have your hands on your ribs, and then just take an inhale. And then exhale. Good. As you inhale, feel your ribs puff up into your hands. And as you exhale, feel your ribs go away from you. Good. Now I'm gonna have you place your hands by your side, arms are reaching long, fingers reaching long, and then walk up to your heel. Well, we'll keep you on your toes actually. And then we have this thing called Pilates V, so it means your heels are glued together and then your toes are apart. Okay. Perfect.
Like ballet.
Like ballet. Exactly. So from here, you want this action of first just lifting your heels, but then keep your heels glued together. Bam. And let's see what's happening over here. Right, so already you're like, whoa, whoa. It's like, and we're done. From here, keep the heels lifting as you press out. From here, think of bringing the top of your crowns to the wall back behind you. So you're just growing taller and taller and taller, and then resist all the way back home. Keep your heels glued together as you bend your knees. Wow. Excellent. I know, right?
The whole thing is activated. The whole body.
We're going to change. So this is called your footwork, by the way, okay? So that was toes on the foot bar. Now walk up so that your arches are on the foot bar. And now we're no longer in that beautiful Pilates V that we just learned about. You're in a parallel position. And then bring your feet together. I'm gonna bring your feet up just a little bit, Delina.
Okay.
Awesome. And then this one too. And then you can bring them together. So this is to stretch the top of your foot in your footwork. So you wanna keep your toes wrapped around the bar like you're a bird on a branch. Go ahead and press out from here. Exactly.
Wow, this is such a nice stretch.
Exactly, exactly. And then exhale, bend in, come all the way home. I'm gonna move my hands, but I want you to keep that sensation of you're stretching the top of your legs, the top of your feet. Go ahead and press out. And then from here, this is called a flex, and it just literally means to pull forward. So bring your toes forward, flex your feet. And now that same energy, you're reaching your heels into the foot bar to press out. And then try to keep your feet flexed as you bend your knees to come in. Exactly. Now you're gonna flow, pressing out, because that's also the point, and then resisting in. We wanna get you moving as you press out. Think of growing all the way to the wall behind you, and then when you resist in, try to close the springs all the way. Very good. Pressing out, 2. And I love that you're breathing, exhaling as you come in, and then inhaling as you go out. We're going to go right into hands and straps. So first, bring your feet back up to the foot bar. From here, tabletop simply means to just bring your legs in towards your chest. So yep, exactly, tabletop in your legs, reach your arms all the way up. Okay, so with your palms facing me, this is that first piece of resistance. So just be very mindful. Ellie, bring your hands in a little bit. So you wanna have your wrist in line with your shoulders. Press your palms forward. This is your lat press. You're gonna reach all the way down.
Wow.
And then inhale, reach up. Awareness, stop where your shoulders are. Exactly, and then press right back down.
I like this.
Right?
Yeah.
You said you like to go to the gym, so this is like that really gym sensation of, yes, and exactly the lat pull down. It's a lat press, same thing. Speaking of breath again, what you want to feel as you inhale your arms up, as you exhale, you want to feel your ribs connect. And then inhale. They're gonna naturally expand. And again, let the ribs connect in as you press down. Delina, you're so focused. I love it. Put your arms up. Stop there. And now we're gonna add the legs, so bear with me, ladies.
Okay.
So the first action is gonna be as you press your palms down, you're sending your legs out to a 45 degree. This is a 45 degree.
Oh, see, this is...
Lift your arms, bend your knees in. So exhale here. So you can exhale as you press down, legs go out. Yes. We're gonna add a quick little lower lift. Lift your legs up, keep your arms where they are. Lower your legs down. Good, lift your legs up, inhale. Reaching your legs so long, like you're trying to touch your toes to the wall opposite of you. That's that lengthening moment. Hug your knees in towards your chest, take your rest. Lift your arms up, and then have your feet go on the foot bar to take your rest. Adding a little neck stretch, look towards the door. Oh yeah, you deserve it. You worked so hard for it. Other side, because it's all about balance. Looking to the opposite direction. You're gonna slide your foot through the strap. You kick through this strap, and then you can put this one on.
Wow.
And voila. For circles, we're starting with just 2 rectangles. I'm gonna guide you for the first, okay?
Okay.
So you're drawing the top of your rectangle, the side of your rectangle, and then the base. I know leg circles are so interesting. It's like, and then this side.
Mine's
so this is
like a hexagon right now.
You know what? It's kind of, it might, yeah. It has a lot of shapes happening.
It has some shapes happening.
So find this place where you're using your abdominals to lift your legs up. Our legs are so strong, but we want the core to do the work. You feel that?
Yep.
Stop at the top, reverse the circles. We're gonna just go down, around, and up. And now just flow, which is another principle. I'm throwing all the principles today for you.
Yeah. We really are getting a workout in today, and I am very happy about that because I definitely had yoga or some kind of stretching on my schedule today.
Yeah.
So we're doing it.
You're doing it all. You're strengthening, you're lengthening, you're stretching. There's so much that we can do, but I think this is a lovely way to end our abbreviated session with just some stretching. Okay, so we're starting with this hamstring stretch. You can either just bring your leg in a little bit towards you, and then that flex that we talk about, peel your toes back, reach your heel up, and then you can also hold on to the strap for a little bit more proprioception, and then you're just pulling in, and you wanna feel this idea of your hip dropping down into the mat, and then your foot reaching out. So it's just like this oppositional moment. And then from here, just be very mindful. You're gonna let your leg go cross body, but try not to twerk your hips. Just use your leg. And now this is an IT band stretch. Ooh, yeah. So you're just really allowing all of that side leg to have a moment. And then if you wanna intensify it, you can always just flex the foot and then point the foot.
Oh, wow. You can feel all of that.
Yeah.
Okay. That's a very hard stretch to get without, I have like, it's like, I feel like I never can get that.
Yeah.
Not this
Yeah. One more little twist for you. This one is a lot more accessible for most people.
Okay.
This is the inner thigh stretch. So just be mindful again of where your hips are in space. As you let your leg fall over towards the door, your leg will only go as far as you can keep your hips down. So this is the inner thigh stretch. And then again, you always have that option to play around with flexing and pointing.
Okay.
This leg might feel different. What are we feeling?
It does.
Yeah?
Yeah, it definitely feels, this feels tighter actually.
Is your right leg?
Yep.
Yeah. It's interesting because this is also a moment to just assess what's happening. You're like, okay, left leg, how can I get you a little bit stronger?
Yes.
You know, and then how can I release? This is a moment to release. How can I release, you know, that tightness in my right leg? Bend your knee in, take the strap off, and that's our work for today.
Thank you.
Yeah. You're
so
welcome.
good.
And then just take your time getting up.
Okay.
How do we feel?
So good.
Yeah?
Half an inch taller.
There we go. No, it's funny because like,
5'7" now.
I know, right? That 3/4 is gone. You got a hole. And
I feel like, I wouldn't say relaxed, I feel like engaged. You
you
know? Yeah, like my body feels very here.
Love that.
Yeah,
Ooh.
which is good.
Yeah.
Yeah, I love that feeling.
What's your word?
Activated is a good word for me. I do feel that where I was just like, even now for a split second, I was like, yeah, and I was like, hold on. We're here.
We are motivated and engaged. I love it. So thank you. Yeah.
Thank you. Can we book this online?
Yeah, so you can go on our website www.harlempilates.com. I don't know why we like to say that www.
I love that.
But we also actually just, a little shoulder. But we also actually just released an app. So I'm really excited about the app. We're really about community here. And the app is just a great way to bring us all together. And then like from there, you can manage your account, you can book classes, you can buy memberships. And then like it's a good way for us to kind of just connect with you individually as well. And then for you all to connect together. So I can send that little message saying, Delina, we miss you. Yeah. It's been a while, come back, girl. So yeah, you can also just download our app. I think that's the best way.
Yeah. Sure. We love reminders.
We love an app.
We love an app. We love reminders.
I love this so much.
Are you coming back?
I'm already planning. I'm like thinking my schedule. Like, when can I come back to Harlem?
Tomorrow.
Tomorrow. Immediately.
Immediately.
How did you get into Pilates?
Well, I've always been an athlete, always been a mover. my mom had 5 kids, so like we were always doing sports. However, 8 years ago when I moved to Harlem, I really fell into yoga. Everyone loves yoga, but yoga was like very important to me, especially like coming to a city. I was in Atlanta before. So coming to a city that's just so high energy, I needed a moment for self and I needed a moment to just move, and tune out the noise. That said, yoga led me to Pilates, which is interesting because most people think Pilates is similar to yoga and it's just 2 completely different modalities. So that's how my journey got started, and then one thing led to the next.
I definitely thought they were similar. Before I had this class with you, I would have 100% been like, this is like, but they're totally different.
Totally different, and that's why like it's something you should feel. I always tell people like just go try it, feel it, experience it for yourself, and then the light bulb, the aha moment, happens. And there, like all things, there are overlapping concepts, there are overlapping feelings, but they're 2 very different things. And for me, what I like about it so much is that it's like a present time consciousness, So the mind-body connection is really much emphasized. And actually, the original name of Pilates was Contrology. And when you shorten that up, it's control. So for me, like I like that philosophy for myself even, because then it just invites you to be in this moment. So it's just like, okay, what am I being asked to do? Okay, I'm moving. How do I feel as I'm moving? And then beyond that, I'm making changes, I'm adjusting. So that philosophy, not only on the reformer, I take that into life.
I was just gonna say, that sounds like it spills into real life situations.
Absolutely.
That discipline applies all across the board.
Yeah. And all things, again, I think those 3 things. It's just like, how do I feel?
Yes.
How do I make adjustments? And then keep moving. Sometimes we get, and that's what happened with yoga. I got so caught up in like, am I doing it right? You're looking at the next person, like her legs all the way, hello, like damn, her legs all the way up in the air, and you're just constantly like just trying to do it right, where you just need to move. So I like that, like with the machine, first of all, there's an apparatus involved, so you have to be present, like you have to pay attention. You don't wanna hurt yourself. So that other element of just like, okay, I have to pay attention. I have to be right here. I can't think about what email I didn't write. I can't think about what I'm about to eat for lunch. I have to like be here.
When you decided to open this studio, like that's a big deal, especially in New York City, like opening something up. Like what was that process like? How did you know that this was something you wanted to commit to?
That wasn't a moment, It wasn't like, I want to do this. It's, this needs to happen. Okay. Why isn't this here? Why am I going to Brooklyn? Why am I going to Lower East Side for Pilates? Or for just, it's a fitness desert up here. It is what it is, So that said, it wasn't like a goal of mine.
It is 100% a fitness desert
Especially in Harlem.
It's so crazy. Like there's literally like our gyms are like not really taken care of. I feel like there's no investment.
Ooh, but go back to that last point. Right. The gym's not taken care of. For me, one thing, I was very intentional with the type of equipment that we have. Just because, like you said, why do we need the rinky-dinky equipment? I noticed specifically with one chain, which I won't mention, that had just like outdated equipment, but at their lower downtown other locations, they had the newer equipment, and we don't deserve that.
I think I know the place.
We'll talk off camera. We'll talk off camera. But no, seriously, it's just like, why? Like, we don't deserve that. And when you come in here, you get what you deserve. Which is the best, which is a good time, which is a good experience, which is all those things.
There was something I saw on your website about inspiring children just walking by, which really spoke to me, because I know there were things like that when I was growing up where it just opens your mind to something, even if it doesn't come to fruition anytime soon. It just plants that seed of curiosity.
Oh my goodness.
I love that. Where did that inspiration come from, or even that attention to that kind of detail come from?
You gave me chills. Only because like I didn't have this in my neighborhood, you know. So I think of Tiffany, little girl Tiffany, you know, maybe walking past this studio and looking in and being curious. And like you said, that seed just being planted early on. So everything again is with intention. So it doesn't matter what age you are. Like just maybe because you can't get on the equipment just yet, doesn't mean that you shouldn't be introduced to it. So accessibility starts just by being here. You know, I know that's a buzzword, but just being here is the work. Existing is the work. And that's where it starts, so.
Absolutely.
What keeps you in it? Like, what keeps you in it? Because I feel like you're so, like, connected, and it's like, even when you're teaching, you're talking about, like, making sure that people are very intentional. Like, I felt like a lot of intentionality. What is that for you?
For me, it's just I love the work, and I'm still doing the work. I'm a student too, you know? So for me, it's just sharing what I'm learning, passing on that information and that knowledge so that it can empower you. So, and empower you beyond Pilates. Empower you, again, like when you leave from here, it's just like, okay, Tiffany told me to press my arms down, and that lifts me up. So when I'm on my computer, like how can I lift myself up? And it's for me too. I'm like, okay, oh, you know, and look, and it's again, not over obsessing about it, but just noticing, exactly, being aware. So I love this work, and I'm just sharing what I love. So I think that keeps me in it.
Studio's been open for six years?
Girl, you better claim it. No, 2 years, 2 years. So we actually opened up right before COVID, the C word. Yeah, so.
Wait, so have you been doing Pilates for 6 years?
Exactly, so my journey, and then actually I did everything to open up the company in 2018. Then life happened, then doubt happened, then just time happened, you know? So when I finally was like, you know what, I gotta do this, I'm going to do this, because it was in my apartment originally, actually, kind of going backwards. And at some point I realized, no, Tiffany, this is bigger than this, you know? So how do we take it out of your apartment and create an actual space, you know, to share this work with other people in the neighborhood? So that said, 2020, right before everything went down, February, is when we opened the doors. And to survive it, I'm just happy, you know? And for I think we were talking earlier before about just how people just wanna move. So in a way, it was such a scary time, considering all things. Everyone went through a lot, but considering all things, to be here and to move people and to get them excited to move, it's a huge reminder of our why, and I'm so grateful.
I love that. I'm also curious, as an entrepreneur, what keeps you in it? Because I love that you talked about starting in your apartment and then getting the studio, but that in-between space, you also used Airbnbs, at one point, right? So I would love for you to speak to just that resourcefulness, tenacity, those little things, what keeps you going as a business owner? It's
a lot about the why, kind of going back to that last question. So even if I want to stop, the why is the fuel and it's the fire. So it's very hard, but then also changing that narrative, it's actually not. So even listening to myself, I don't want that to be the message, that it's so hard. It's not that difficult if you have a why that fuels you and excites you, but that doesn't mean it's going to be easy. So it's just, again, that balance of okay, today, you know, let me just take some deep breaths, let me do what I can, and then you have days where it goes really well. So I think the why is the fuel, the fire, and then you figure it out. I'm a perfectionist in a way, but then this has taught me so much grace, and to just figure it out as I go, and to adjust and adapt as I go.
So if people are interested in coming here, and they want to experience Pilates, what do you think would be a way to invite them into this space? Because I think everybody should come.
I think so too. I would say just try it. At the end of the day, we always make sure to make it accessible, and that's from price point wise. So the first thing is the Ntrl offer is 2 for $20, 2 for $40. Don't get me lying, 2 for $40. So for $20,
that's a really good deal.
You know, you have 2 classes for $20 to see if this is something you want to commit to, and then also you don't have to do this every day. Yes, it's something that feels good, and you can do it as often as you like, but it's also just something that you can squeeze into what you're already doing.
Ehlie, thank you for coming.
Thank you for having me. This was amazing.
This is so good. Thank you so much for watching. I love that the studio exists. I think that having something elevated and high end in Harlem is such a thing.
Super.
And if you're visiting, if you're in town, you should totally check it out. And if you live in Harlem, or if you live in Brooklyn,
Make the pilgrimage.
Pull up. So after I come back from the gym, I want to make sure I rehydrate my skin. So I want to share with you my skincare process. I always need to start with a lip balm. This one is by Bite Beauty. It's the Agave Nighttime Lip Therapy. It just hydrates your lips. It's one of the first things I do, even before I put on moisturizer. So lip balm is on. We're gonna do Skinbetter Science. I really like this. It was actually given to me by my dermatologist. I'm just gonna take a little bit here on middle fingers, and then I'm just gonna apply underneath the eye. In terms of hydrating under the eye, it is very, very, very important because we want the area under my eye to not develop as many fine lines. Just keeping it 100. This is Clarins Double Serum. I got introduced to Clarins like maybe 3 years ago. And the thing about it is that you have to mix it in your hands because it has 2 different products in it in one. And you just take it and you just make sure that you mix it and make sure that it actually presses into your skin. Double serum, love that. Okay, we're gonna do Charlotte Magic Cream, and after you put on a serum, you always wanna make sure you put on a moisturizer. This is a really good one for sensitive skin. Take it, same thing, warm it up in your hands, and you're gonna press it like this onto your skin. I actually learned that from Clarins. It's like their method of how to apply moisturizer. But this really works it into your skin. We're gonna do this SPF because SPF is really important. I'm gonna take that much and you're gonna see my skin is like literally gonna have like a white cast on it, but I have a process for getting rid of that. I'm gonna take this and just apply it onto my face. And some of you might be freaking out right now, but I don't want you to freak out because I have a way to get rid of this. The reason why I like this one is because for me, a lot of SPF products break me out and this one does not. It actually, I feel like, makes my skin better. So I find that I have less hyperpigmentation when I use this. This is actually my friend's line, Ntrl by Sabs. You can use this by itself. I'm pretty obsessed with it. This is this rose oil. So I'm gonna take it and I'm just gonna put a couple drops in my hand. And there's something about putting this oil on top that like takes away the white cast. This is also super hydrating. It's the Nourishing rose oil. Funny enough, Sabrina actually started her line like during the pandemic. Like she launched it, she did the research for it, like all of that. And now she has a full product line. I think she has like 9 or 10 products in it, which is really cool, so go check that out. That's it, we're good. I'm gonna put on, you know, some lounge clothes, do some work. But thanks for hanging out with me.